Welcome to the Panic Button, everyone. I'm Nina. Today we're going to be reacting to a video of a drag queen named Flame Monroe on The Breakfast Club. I would like to ask you to like and subscribe to this video and join our memberships for early access to our videos and uncensored content. So let's get into the video.
The world is not going to see us until we see us. And that's just real talk. Malik, all that he was talking, he loves a woman, a beautiful woman with a penis. I'm a whole ass man up under this wig. Ain't no women with penises.
I love that. You know, we used to have drag queens and trans women who knew what reality was and were okay with knowing that they were men. And we had a great time. We laughed. They were funny. We could talk. No one got offended. We could call them trans. They could call us dykes and faggots. Things were cool. But then the lunatics were released from the asylum, and they came into our acronym and just fucked everything up. And now no one's laughing. They eradicated comedy. Now all you see is a bunch of crazy people bitching about dumb shit. I miss humor. Can we bring it back? But in order to be funny, you gotta know what reality is. And the activists don't. So good for Flame Monroe. Now I don't know if Flame Monroe is a drag queen or a trans woman. But looking at the tatas, I'd have to say probably a trans woman. A very flamboyant trans woman.
All that shit about I'm trans attracted, there are beautiful women born in the world. This sister here, beautiful women, already made. So all that I'm attracted to a beautiful woman, not the sexual organ, nigga, the lies you tell. The men who are attracted to trans women feel like the bigger you are, the bigger you are. They're not attracted to us because we're beautiful women with breasts. In their mentality, they feel like I'm not with a man because you got all the feminine parts, but you still got that tool that I need. That's just real of it.
It's also gay. I've seen a lot of guys who are saying that they're attracted to trans women and that they're not gay. But I'm sorry, man. If you like dick and you have a dick, and you were born with a dick, you didn't have one put on from arm shavings or leg shavings, well, bro, you're just gay. And no amount of glitz, glamour, titties put on, makeup, or dresses is gonna change the fact that that trans woman has a dick. And you like it. I could dress up as a koala bear. But if me and my girlfriend have an intimate encounter, she's not into bestiality. Do you see what I'm saying?
And I know some of my sisters gonna be upset with me, but y'all ain't gonna do shit.
See, that's why.
No, I've been getting heat, say I'm not a full trans woman. And Flame, I don't know how you identify, but I feel like I'm a whole woman. I'm a real woman. I didn't learn how to be a girl from watching a boy. I learned how to be a girl from watching a woman. My mother, my aunties, my grandmother.
That's real.
That's how we learned how to be girls. So first of all, let's give the respect back to the women. We are female impersonators.
Thank you. Holy shit. Thank you. Do you know how long I've waited to hear that from a black trans woman? Now, we all hear Blossom running his fucking mouth about how he's a biological woman and all this nonsense. This person right here should be speaking on behalf of the whole fucking trans community, because this motherfucker lives in reality. You have these trans people out here being like, I am a biological woman and we are better. It's like, bitch, you ain't fucking better. You're Dollar Tree. You're Party City. You aren't a real woman. You are impersonating. Like Flame said, you are impersonating us and then you're talking shit about us? As if you're better? Because some fruitcakes out here claiming to be straight want to suck your dick. Y'all out there being crazy, talking shit about women while you're pretending to be one and telling other people that you are biological. It's a bunch of fucking nonsense. And if you want to hear this video uncensored, I would recommend you join our memberships. It is very cheap.
I'm never going to be a woman. Even if I get a SRS, I still wouldn't be a woman. It's not going to bleed. I still have to have electrolysis in it before I even get it. I'm not going to have any children. And you still got to lube it up. It kind of defeats the purpose because as a connoisseur of the very beautiful vajayjay, when she wants you, you know she wants you. It's like lotion.
Doesn't even really have too much information for me. But on the other note, Flame Monroe is right. Aside from that last part, I don't know what I blacked it out. I want to read the tweet that this person Rudy on X wrote in response to this video that he posted on X. So here we go. He said, "This interview has always been one of my favorites with a trans person, mostly because this is exactly how I remember every trans woman I ever met before gender ideology took over the discourse. They all, and I mean all, knew they were men, had no problem with that, and understood that for people to accept their presentation, they couldn't go around lying about it by claiming to be actual women. Because, well, that's not possible, is it? Flame Monroe is a man as much as I am. The minute you argue against this fact, you've already lost." Now, it should go without saying that I don't agree with everything Monroe said in this interview, and if you followed me long enough, you know that I can get into that at some other time, but for now, it's besides the point. People largely do not care how you live your life, so long as it isn't hurting anyone else. At least they shouldn't, and the intelligent among us do not. They care that you're lying in order to be treated not equally, but better than others. So when Flame started talking about JJs and all that stuff, kind of blacked out of that one, didn't really want to, and it, besides the point. I also don't agree with everything Flame said. But for the most part, aside from the leaking neo-vagina, we're on the right track with what Flame is saying. Now, maybe it's because Flame is an actual comedian. I mean, we've seen a plethora of woke LGBTQ comedians who are trash. They're not funny. And all they do is tout their ideology and their agenda to their audience. What's the word I'm looking for? They're preaching to the choir. It's not funny. It's like mocking people for not understanding they're crazy. That's not comedy. Most people won't laugh at that. Only your little culty group will. And I think that's why their comedy specials don't do very well. I've tried watching them. They're very cringy. Like when you hear snaps in the audience at a comedy special, it ain't comedy. It's a DEI course on crazy, you know. So I like when I do see people from the community, technically, speak out against it in a humorous way, especially. Because God knows LGBTQ and all that woke shit is humorless. And what's funny to me is that most of these people claim to be depressed and have anxiety. I've had severe depression since I was 10. Tried to kill myself more times than I can count. Have agoraphobia, horrific panic attacks. I've been on a slew of medications, so fucking many medications, I don't even want to get into that. But the point I'm making is that what gets me through the shit that goes on in my head, which is apparently what goes on in their head, is hard work, not focusing on myself, but what I want to accomplish, and comedy. Being funny and watching funny. And laughing. And not being offended. That helped. Because if you are so fucking depressed, you need to laugh. You want to laugh. Your life depends on it, pretty much. So when these people are out here being nasty, touting they're crazy, and not wanting to laugh, well, what that tells me is that they want to be miserable. People who are actually depressed, they'll do anything to eradicate that pain. And I don't mean surgeries. And I don't mean touting crazy to strangers. And I don't mean getting offended. I mean laughing. Getting out of your head. These people want to be in their head and want to think about themselves all the time. They don't want to laugh. They don't want to focus on other things. No. Because it's about them and how special they are. And how do you continue to be special? By being a victim. And if you are in that much pain, the last thing you want to do is be a fucking victim. What you want is to feel better. And man, nothing's better than laughing or enjoying your fucking cute ass puppy. Not many things in the world that will help someone with the kind of shit that goes on in my head so I can get through it. But experience has shown me that there are a few things that actually do help. I hold on to them and I'm like, no, I ain't letting go. I ain't letting go, motherfuckers. You ain't taking my comedy from me. You ain't taking my ha-has. You ain't taking my funny. I ain't gonna get offended. No, I'm gonna laugh. Because that's what helps me. And would help a lot of other people if they actually wanted help. But they don't want help. And what that made me realize is not only do they not want help, they want to stay sick. Or maybe they're just lying. Because if you are in that much pain, you'll do anything to get out of it. I know there are exceptions, and I am not referring to the exceptions. I'm talking about everyday people like myself. And I'm saying to you that the shit that these people are saying that they're going, like these activists and these LGBTQ people who are extremists, what they're saying is, I am so depressed that I need everyone to agree with me. I am so depressed that I'm going to off myself if I don't get this surgery. And it's like, you don't have it. You don't have that severe depression. You won't push off other logical things that will help you get better just so you can get your way to a surgery or medication or some shit. And that's going to help your depression. That's a whole bunch of bullshit. What will help you is laughing and focusing on something other than yourself. But these people don't want that. They want you to bow down to them. They want what they want. They're spoiled children. And the thing about spoiled children is when they do get their way, they're still not happy. But these adults should know better. They don't want to be happy, right? I'm not sorry to say that I do not want anyone like that around me or to represent me, because I'm not a part of that crazy shit. I'm a part of the group of people who know what reality is, know they have issues, and know that there are ways to get through it because we've been through the gauntlet of avenues of trying to fix our mental anguish. It frustrates me because it's like stolen valor. You're using my experiences, trying to pass them off as your own in order to get your way when you're not experiencing any sort of anguish. You're pretending, and that's vile, and I've had enough of it. Thank you, Flame Monroe. Thank you, Breakfast Club, for having Flame on, and have a good one. Flame on!
Oh, why'd you have to go and do that? Thought we had a good thing going. Now I'm going to fall a little off track since you broke the mold. Take something for the pain and regret for having invested so much time.